Hey guys, welcome back to Prepping in Progress. I'm Steve,
And I'm Kim.
and today we wanted to wish everyone an early.
Happy Mother's Day.
So,
Mama Strong shirt.
to all you mothers out there, you got a hard job. Thanks for sticking with us, especially my mom. She raised a legend.
Anyways, in honor of Mother's Day, just around the corner, we wanted to put out a quick list. If your mom is a prepper or if you're wanting to get your mom into prepping, we as preppers always want to encourage those around us to be more prepared. So we came up with a list of 10 prepper Mother's Day gifts.
So stay with us.
Okay, guys, I know everybody loves helping their family get more prepared because the more people who are prepared, the less we have to worry about our friends and our family that are out there and say an SHTF situation. So I love giving out gifts that have a prepper theme to it to help either my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters, no matter anytime I can give out gifts, it's usually something kind of prepper related, but low key they can still use it. So
And your mom is kind of starting to get on board.
She's getting on board. She's got the gardens going and things. You know, your mom's always been on board.
Yeah.
So as preppers, to say not all our moms raised us in this kind of lifestyle. And so if you wanted to possibly help mom out and give her a gift this Mother's Day, there's still time, right? There's still time. We got this. And so we wanted to give y'all some ideas on what to possibly give your mom. You forgot my gift, didn't you?
Have you seen your desk upstairs?
I do. I have roses already, so I wanted a toolbox, but okay. Roses are fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, guys. Number 10. Or we don't count up or let's count down.
Okay.
You want to count down like number 10, 9, 8?
Okay.
Okay. Number 10, I would say canned foods. Now, this doesn't mean store-bought canned foods. I usually tend to can things at home and give those out as gifts to kind of encourage people to get into canning, to see what wonderful things that you can have. But also, you find those recipes, say, from your childhood that are your favorite, say your grandma's secret recipe to make an awesome chicken noodle soup. Get those canned up, send them out and say grandma's chicken noodle soup. Send those out to everybody. And it could encourage those around you, namely your mom, your parents, whoever you might give it to for whatever holiday. If you have a sister that you give Mother's Day gifts to, it may encourage them to get into canning.
There you go. And you've got some canning to do this weekend,
I
don't you?
have so much to do.
I'm sorry.
You can help. It's okay. Or to get you into canning.
Do I have to? We'll talk. Let's talk.
Okay, number 9.
Number 9, heirloom seeds, or even going to the nursery and getting plants. If your mom is into gardening or slowly getting into food production, a good thing to do would be to help with her garden.
Yeah. Grow some love.
Grow some love.
Seeds of love or whatever. You can come up with cute little ideas to give to her, but also maybe even get her plants that are already starting to grow. Possibly even heirloom plants that are already growing at a nursery or something. Steve brought me home some really great squash and stuff that he found on sale and already put it in the garden. But that could also be the thing. You could help your mom get a garden going. Say she doesn't have a garden just yet, but she's wanting to get into it. Build some raised beds or help her till up the ground and maybe come by and spend some time with your mom and helping her put a garden in and having some heirloom seeds to be able to get her going and getting started.
And you might want to look into self-pollinating versus cross-pollinating plants, because if you're going to give her plants, some of them are going to need a mate to pollinate back and forth across.
So get a bunch of them.
Yeah. And I was expecting Miss Kim to give me a dirty look because she does not like peaches. She sent me unattended to a nursery. They gave me a good deal on a peach tree that's already taller than me, and it's in the ground as well.
That was not my Mother's Day gift.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
You get a peach tree.
I hate peaches. Okay, number 8. Steve wanted to grab this one.
Get your mother anything cast iron.
Cast iron gifts are wonderful. I absolutely love good cast iron gifts.
Make sure it's got a nice heft to it, but not too hard for the wrist, because if she gets fed up with your father, she's got to be able to get it all the way across the kitchen. Seriously, though, a Dutch oven, anything cast iron. My mom absolutely adores cast iron. Loves cooking on it. I don't think we had a Teflon coated skillet until
They just cooked
was
better, and you could, and that was the thing for us too. We could cook and take them camping with us and everything else.
I think I was in my teens before my mom even allowed
Teflon in the house.
Teflon in the house. No. She had a Teflon coated spatula. But yeah,
cast iron.
Cast iron.
Dutch ovens are really, really great. Like I said, my mom takes them on her RV trips, go camping with them because they're just great to take around everywhere. So getting some really nice cast iron, different kinds, and there's some really fun ones out there. Different kinds of shapes and sizes, little small ones to big ones. It just depends on, maybe even accessories. If she already is into, got a lot of cast iron like Steve's mom, get her some accessories and
one of those metal tripod things that you can hang your cast iron from over the fire.
So things like that as a thought. Number 7 is a food dehydrator. Now, if she's going to be doing all this gardening, she's going to have to want to put this away. So possibly getting her into dehydrating, say if she has an herb garden and she wants to dry out her herbs, or if she does regular gardening, or she just gets a sale on vegetables that, different times a year, she could be wanting to put them back.
You're canning and making jam out of my fruit, right?
Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm making fruit jam. I ain't gonna make them dehydrate, but a good dehydrator, they're not very expensive, and I think they would make a wonderful Mother's Day gift. Give her something fun to play around with. A lot of people make jerky or the fruit roll-ups with them, and stuff like that. You can have a lot of fun with a dehydrator, and if you had a really crafty mom that likes having some fun in the kitchen, it's a great idea for her.
Well, I recently, we still need to get some more dirt for my box bed so I can transplant my herb garden, but I've already started harvesting my mint and whatnot, and I used the dehydrator to dehydrate some of my mint.
I know, I have parsley that needs to get harvested. It's so big, it's huge. We got to get going on that one.
Let me know and I'll do it. And where she was talking about dehydrators being cheap, I saw the price tag on our dehydrator, and it was $5 at a Goodwill, sold for parts only, and apparently it works fine.
All right, number 6 is not such a cheap gift, but if you are really concerned about your mom, maybe she's in a area that you worry about her losing power, and possibly looking to get into a small generator. Now, it is a big purchase, and not everybody would be able to do that, but it's your mom. Come on. If you're worried about possibly if she has medical problems and it would not do well for her to be without electricity for too long a period of time, getting her a generator, teaching her how to set it up, pretty easy one that she can get to pretty conveniently, and having it set up and showing her how to use it. Ones with they have even some with like electric starts, and she won't have to pull on it or anything.
Having a neighbor who can refill it, because the gas, as our parents get older, the gas cans get heavier.
Yeah.
That's something that I would be concerned about for my mother.
Yeah, my dad's still struggling though. So.
Yeah. Well, so's my dad, but I worry.
All right, number 5 is something Steve was really thinking about with everybody getting back to traveling a little bit more.
A car emergency kit. We've covered some of the car everyday kits and our emergency kits, our winter kits, etc. But setting one up specifically for your mom's needs and for her geographic location, her seasonal location and needs, definitely something to consider.
Definitely, because I've always concerned because my mom is actually works for the post office, so she's in her car most of the week.
Yeah.
So not just through the day, through the entire week, she's in her vehicle. So making sure she has a seatbelt cutter to jumper cables to anything that she could possibly need for in her vehicle. But your parents travel quite a long distances over, because she's an essential employee. She travels quite a bit for work.
Yes.
And I'd hate to see her broke down anywhere. So it's something that we think about all the time when we love our moms.
Our moms are cool.
All right, number 4. Now I've got kind of a hillbilly mom, and this would kind of work for her. Not so much for your mom, but if you have that mom who's just Annie Oakley made all over again, get her a bucket of kindness and
Freedom seeds.
bullets. If she's got a gun, find out what kind of gun that she has, and buy her some ammo. Buy her some ammo and take her to the range. Have a Mother's Day and go out there, take flowers or whatever, or clay pigeons and toss them in the air and go to shooting and having a good time. It's much needed practice for yourself. Practice your sidearm draws and different things like that. And getting your mom out there, if she's never shot a gun before and she's thinking about getting it, take your whole arsenal with you and let her play with guns and help her pick out one maybe that she might want. But like I said, my mom absolutely loves shooting. We've been shooting since we were kids, and so she would have a blast just getting a bunch of ammo and go shooting stuff at the range.
There you go.
It's a fun day, and plus it's getting much needed practice in.
This is true.
What are we up to? We're down to 3, aren't we? That was number 4.
Yes.
Number 3.
Some form of home security system, and we don't mean Smith and Wesson.
We already covered that.
A hardwired camera system, a Bluetooth camera system.
Even a door chirp.
Yeah.
Something that alerts if a door is opening. Home invasions and things like that. I know I worry about my parents, mainly because they're getting older. They don't hear as well. They don't get around as quickly. They've got little yippy dogs running around, but that only does so much. But having something that alerts, and even if it's just something as simple as a chime.
Yeah. Now, growing up, we lived in the city, and I remember watching a car come to rest in the neighbor's yard, and the dude jump out and run down the alley, followed by about 20 officers as they rolled out of their cars. Turned out to be a drug dealer who was in the wrong side of town running away. And my mom immediately started locking all the doors and windows and everything. But she did not have the added advantage. There was no such thing as a home security system back then. There weren't cameras. And she would have had no idea that someone was at the back door, the downstairs back door. So consider getting something like that for your mom, just for the added, peace of mind.
We even got your mom one year, I think for Christmas, just a simple security camera set up.
Yeah.
For the house. I mean, it's not much. It's a very, very simple system. I think it was on sale Black Friday one year.
Yeah.
And it's just maybe 4 cameras, but it's all they pretty much needed just to be able to look at the cameras, see who's around. Something simple like that could be a great advantage if you're worried about your parents. Maybe they don't live in the best neighborhood. Maybe it's not even the city. Maybe it's in the country when it's pretty far out.
Yeah.
And we lived out in the country pretty far out. And if something happened out there, we didn't even have a home phone. So Smith & Wesson was our only option. Okay, number 2.
Number dos.
This one I thought was kind of just a cute idea just because I thought it would be something fun that I personally would just love to have, and I'm working on getting one. It was a solar oven. Mostly because my mom RVs, and I think she would get a kick out of taking it out when they go RVing, is doing a solar oven and having fun of baking while she's out and about doing her thing. And, while they're out fishing for the day, something could be cooking all day for dinner, and she doesn't have to really worry about it. So it's a convenience factor, especially if your parents, mine are getting, my mom's not retired, but her husband is. And so they do travel quite a bit when they can. And so it's convenience for them, but it's also a great prep to have. You can do DIY solar ovens, but there are some out there for sale as well. Just Google it. I mean, they're on Amazon and everything. But I think they would be just a really neat.
And guys, if you're crafty, there's this thing called Pinterest on your computer.
They'll teach you.
They'll teach you how to make it.
Number 1.
Numero uno, DIY bug-in kit. Was it last Christmas we did a emergency bucket for some friends?
Yeah, but we'll link the video above for a DIY. I think it's always over your head, isn't it?
No, because we switched
we
seats.
swapped spots, so maybe
it's going
over
to be
here now. The top that way. We did an emergency bucket that we made and kind of put together for some friends of ours. But you can kind of customize it to your mom, and say have her favorite foods in there, have some basic batteries and things like that to help, of flashlights and basic emergency kits for whatever area. Say she's in a hurricane zone or a tornado alley or wildfires or whatever it may be that is her local disaster area. Or winter storms are terrible as well.
Yeah.
But customizing her a bug-in kit, it doesn't necessarily have to be the bucket bug-in kit. You can make something kind of nice for her to be able to keep in her closet for emergency purposes. Get her some really nice dehydrated foods maybe that you think she would like. And creating her a really nice emergency kit and say, Mom, no matter what happens, I want you to be safe. And that's what we think about when we want our mothers. They worked so hard keeping us safe and raising us all well. And I hope you all have wonderful mothers or mother figures in your life, whether it be a grandmother or an aunt. But these women do a lot for us, and we want to keep them in our forethoughts, and we want to keep them safe as best as possible. And so we have moms on the brain and thinking about how to kind of get them a little bit more prepared. They may not come over and be crazy preppers like us, but having our moms just a little bit more prepared each time we see them, I think, helps out and shows our love for them. We'll end it there, I think. Yeah, do you have anything you want to tell your mom Happy Mother's Day just in case she's watching?
Mom, I figure you're not watching, but if you're on the YouTubans for whatever reason and you're watching this video, for all my joking, you got me through the hardest parts of my life. You gave me skills, physical, mental, and emotional skills to be the person I am today. I thank you. I'm proud to be your son. And I appreciate you more than I can tell you. You know, we talk almost every day on the phone, and I still don't think I say I love you enough. I still don't think I've managed to tell you or show you how important you are and have been to me. You had me in the kitchen at 5 watching you make recipes, and then at 7 cutting your onions and tomatoes for you. You know, you're where I got most of my oddball men don't do that skills, and you're awesome. I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you.
And we appreciate all the mothers out there. Thank you so much for the hard work that you do. And I hope that you absolutely have the most wonderful Mother's Day. And know that if you do get one of these prepper gifts, that it comes from a place of love. So, this is Prepping in Progress signing off.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Bye, guys.